It is an amazing day for Yu-Gi-Oh! As we get to continue on with the YCS Summer Cup with ABC versus Madolche. Now ABC is going to start off first with normal summoning Scrapper Cycler, only to have it negated by the Infinite Impermanence. That's going to prompt ABC to pass their turn, leaving them wide open for a direct assault. Madolche is going to start off their turn with Madolche Angeli, and with no disruptions, they'll be able to summon a Madolche monster from their decks to their side of the field. Their monster of choice is going to be Madolche Petting Censor. Using Petting Censor's effect, they'll be able to spell summon another Madolche with a reduced level from their decks to their side of the field. Their monster of choice is going to be the Pudding Cess. That's going to be a critical juncture, as both the Petting Censor and the Pudding Cess will be used for an Exceed summon into the Glass Souffle. Souffle to detach the Petting Censor, and now they can Exceed summon again into the Madolche Chocolate a la mode. Now Chocolate a la mode will activate its effect, targeting a Madolche monster in the graveyard, this time Petting Censor, to be shuffled, and will allow Chocolate a la mode to continue with its effect. ABC is going to respond with the DD Crow, but Madolches have the Cold by the Grave. That's going to allow them to shuffle the Petting Censor to the deck, but more importantly trigger Petting Censor's other effect to detach a material to summon a Madolche monster to the side of the field. Their monster is going to be Madolche Hoot Cake, but ABC has another counter in the Nibiru, the Primal Being. This is going to tribute all monsters on the field. That's going to completely stop the Madolche combo. This game is not without its disruptions. It looks like both players had their full combo completely stopped by hand traps. Now let's see if this Nibiru will be able to resolve to be able to summon monsters on the side of the field. So yes, it is going to resolve, summoning a beefy token to the side of the field. But while my players are figuring out what exactly is the attack of the monster, I want to talk to you guys about the YCS Summer Cup 2020. The YCS Summer Cup 2020 is a 16-deck single elimination bracket decided by you guys. As always, I want to give a special thanks to our judges, our players, our editors, and everybody in between. We have made a really tight community, and it's awesome to see these strategies propel themselves forward. For players wanting to see deck profiles, we will put them on Patreon, and we also place deck profiles on the channel, so subscribe to stay tuned. It looks like Madolche is going to enter their end phase with a 4,500 defense Nibiru token on their side of the field. ABC's turn to attempt to break this. ABCs are going to start off with a Union Hanger. That's huge for them. They can add a Light Machine monster, or if I remember correctly, a Union monster from their deck to their hand. Not just any Light Machine monster, but it doesn't matter, as it is going to be a Light Machine monster and a Union monster in B-Buster Drake. And now B-Buster Drake can be normal summoned to the side of the field. That's going to prompt the effect of Union Hanger, allowing them to equip a monster from the deck to the side of the field. They're going to equip their new card in Union Driver. And the cool thing about Union Driver is that Union Hanger does prevent the summon of the monster that it equips to, but Union Driver will banish itself to equip a monster to B-Buster Drake, and that card itself can be special summoned. So think of it as bypassing Union Hanger's effect. So ABCs are going to equip from their deck to the B-Buster Drake another copy of B-Buster Drake, and now they can use said monster to be able to special summon itself to the side of the field, which they will. It seems like ABC is on its way to make an ABC Buster Dragon. If they use both B-Buster Drakes for a Link summon, they can get 2 additional parts from their deck to their hand, but how exactly will they get them from the hand to the graveyard? ABC are going to use both B-Buster Drakes. They're going to use that for a Link summon into Union Carrier. The effects of both B-Buster Drakes will trigger Madolche having a response in the Cold by the Grave. That is going to be really unfortunate for ABC, as they were looking to search 2 Union monsters from the deck to the hand, which will allow them to get that ABC Buster Dragon. Does not matter, as they'll use the effect of Union Carrier. Now they can equip a monster from their deck to a monster on their side of the field with the same type or attribute. They're going to equip an A Assault Core. So the reason why you probably want to equip an A Assault Core is not only does the A Assault Core, wow, you can actually use the effect of unauthorized reactivation, meaning that now they can equip a Sea Crush Wyvern, and they can summon ABC Dragon Buster their own way. So this is really awesome by ABC Dragon Buster. You would think that they were just equipping an A Assault Core just for the sake of having their monster unaffected and being able to prevent it from being destroyed by card effects once. But no, it looks like they're going to be able to make the entire ABC Dragon Buster to their side of the field. And that can easily get rid of the Nibiru token. ABC is looking to put up 7,000 damage currently. That is huge if Dragon Buster does destroy the Nibiru. Perhaps they can possibly provide another monster on the field for potentially game. They are going to use the effect of their ABC Dragon Buster. That's going to discard a Jet Synchron. And it looks like they're going to respond with the Infinite Impermanence. Madolche having all of the answers in the form of their hand traps. That Nibiru was going to sit on the side of the field. ABC potentially could have went for game in this particular instance. Thinking about their next move, ABC is just going to go ahead and pass their turn. They're going to have to deal with a huge Nibiru on the side of the field. And Madolche is going to have an opportunity to go for a break, starting off with the Madolche Angeli to their side of the field. They're going to use the Angeli's effect to be able to special summon another Madolche monster from the deck to the side of the field, uninterrupted by ABC again. Their monster is going to be another Petting Cesor. Petting Cesor's effect will activate to special summon a Hoot Cake this time around. Hoot Cake's effect can now activate, banishing a monster from the graveyard. It's going to be the Madolche Teacher Glass Souffle. And now they can special summon another Madolche monster from their deck to the side of the field. As you guys are catching on, Madolche loves to special summon monsters from the deck to the side of the field and gain advantage. Madolche Messengelato is a card that loves to be special summoned by Hoot Cake, because when there is a Beast Madolche on the field, they are allotted to search one Madolche spell or trap card from their deck to their hand. Their card of choice is going to be the new Madolche Salon from the Eternity Code set. This, in my opinion, is what puts Madolche over the top. The additional normal summon, a free search. So many options for the strategy. Both the Messengelato and the Petting Cesor will be used for an Exceed summon into Madolche Queen Tiramisu. And Madolche Queen Tiramisu has an excellent effect, even in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. By detaching one material, you can shuffle up to 2 Madolche monsters or cards in your graveyard to your deck to shuffle up to 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field into the deck. Now, the reason why this card is so powerful, one of the best boss monsters ever printed, is because Queen Tiramisu does not target. It will shuffle in cards at the resolution of its effect. Seeing that ABC has no cards in the hand to discard for ABC Dragon Buster, it looks like Madolche is going to pop off with Salon and then Madolche Ticket. They're going to gain some really good effects. So Salon and Ticket will both activate once Madolche cards are shuffled into the deck or added into the hand. They'll be able to special summon a monster to their side of the field, seeing that they control a fairy monster, and they'll be able to set a Madolche spell or trap card. ABC is going to use the effect of ABC Dragon Buster to special summon all 3 parts. It wouldn't really matter if Queen Tiramisu activated this effect and ABC Dragon Buster chained, because Queen Tiramisu does shuffle on resolution. Summoning all 3 parts really doesn't matter if it was done right now or to the activation of Queen. A cool thing about this though is since they did it preemptively, they can now activate the effect of Union Hanger to be able to decide which cards go equipped to which, or what card gets equipped with a certain card. I'm thinking maybe using the effect of Union Hanger to equip an A Assault Core from the deck to the B-Buster Drake. Now keep in mind, there was a call by the grave being used last turn, so B-Buster Drake is not able to gain its effect this turn. But if you equip that A to it, it has a higher chance of survivability. Maybe it stays on the field and prevents Madolche from being able to get over it, which could in turn provide another search. Another alternative option could be equipping A with A, and that would allow both effects to trigger to grab ABC monsters from the graveyard to the hand. But the only unfortunate thing about this is that ABC has no cards in hand. So you're legitimately risking your next move on your next card potentially, or relying all of your resources on your Union Hanger. As ABC is rifling through the graveyard trying to figure out the exact correct play, it looks like they are going to equip an A Assault Core to the B-Buster Drake, which is going to prevent Madolche from using Queen Tiramisu on it, making it unaffected by monster effects. Not sure if a lot of you guys actually know that, but that is a thing. Your ABC Buster monsters can make themselves unaffected by their appropriate color. Now, Queen Tiramisu is going to activate her effect. It is going to shuffle the Petting Sensor and the Madolche Messengelato into the deck. And here's where you have a slight situation for Madolche themselves. They can shuffle in ABC parts, which is always great. They won't be able to get those monsters for a second ABC Dragon Buster that doesn't exist. But it looks like Madolche is going to take the control approach. They're going to shuffle in a Union Hanger that is huge and an A Assault Core. Now, they also could have shuffled in the A Assault Core as well and then attacked over the ABC Dragon Buster. I think that actually would have probably been the better play because, as we already know, A Assault Core will hit the graveyard anyways. But it looks like Madolche kind of doesn't really care, as though you resolve the effect of both Madolche Ticket and Madolche Salon, they're going to add a Madolche Mageline from their deck to their hand. Now, Salon's effect will allow them to gain an additional normal summon. Their normal summon is going to be Madolche Mageline. Mageline can activate her effect to search another Madolche monster from the deck to the hand. Now, I know it's really hard to see, but the monster was Madolche Angeli. We'll try to get our players to put the cards closer on the mat for you guys to see. But it looks like the Nibiru token will attack the Nibiru, inflicting 1900 damage to ABC, seeing that it is 4900 attack. And now the ABC monsters or Madolche monsters are going to struggle to break the rest of this board. Madolche Mageline to attack over the Union Carrier. That's going to inflict a little bit of damage on top of the Nibiru damage. At least Madolche is getting some life points done in this particular battle. Madolche Queen Tiramisu to attack into the Sea Crush Wyvern. I want you guys to post down below in the comment section what exactly would you have done with this Madolche turn. I think returning the A Assault Core into the deck would have been a must, because it's one of the cards that was protecting the Sea Crush Wyvern or the B-Buster Drake. Now granted, it seems like they would have already been able to keep a monster, but having an A and a B on the field does not seem optimal for the Madolche strategy. Almost as if it doesn't matter though, they do have a Madolche Promenade that is a free disruption on their side of the field. And they also have the hand advantage, having quite a few cards to be able to come back if ABC is able to break this board. ABC draws their card, and they can use the A Assault Core to special summon, but no, they're gonna normal summon Photon Orbital. Unfortunately for ABC, Photon Orbital does need to, be sent as an equip card to the graveyard in order to activate its effects. So that is not good for them in particular. They can still special summon an A Assault Core to their side of the field and I guess have a monster for a link and a monster to special summon. But regardless, this is exactly what the Forbidden List has done to ABC. In this particular situation, special summoning the A Assault Core and linking them all for a free monster and then getting an ABC Dragon Buster would have been the most optimal play. But we know that can't be possible with ABC Dragon Buster to 1, and it looks like they're going to Exceed summon the Photon Orbital in the B-Buster Drake. They're going to go ahead and make an Exceed 4, putting the A Assault Core to the graveyard for a Daigusto Emerald. So I kind of see exactly what they were doing. They could have made, I still think that they could have summoned the A and then used Daigusto Emerald to detach to place the cards into the deck, and then use the A and the Daigusto Emerald for another link summon, which could have gotten them further. But we already know their target is going to be ABC Dragon Buster, and if that does have to happen, they can get back into this game. So the B-Buster Drake is going to be detached, but the Madolche Promenade is going to be met in resolution, negating the Daigusto Emerald, bouncing a Madolche monster from the field instead of the graveyard to the hand. But it does not matter, as both the effects of Madolche Salon and I believe Madolche Ticket can now trigger. So this is just not good for ABC at all. Madolche Salon will set another Madolche Speller Trap card from the deck to the field. And this just is not looking nice for ABC. Now, there is going to be a little bit of a mishap that I want to clear up with the effect of Madolche Salon. Madolche wanted to set Madolche Promenade, and they're going to special summon Petting Sensor. And with the effect of Petting Sensor, they're going to summon Madolche Messengelato. And Messengelato, they want to add the Chateau from the deck to their hand, which is why you're going to see them grab, set the Promenade and go look for another Madolche Chateau. But to be honest with you guys, this literally does not matter as the game is already over. ABC is going to concede, and we are going into game 2. ABC having the opportunity to start off first yet again. I think they're going to start off rather strong and rather bold. They are going to activate the spell card Terraforming. That allows them to add 1 Union Hanger from their deck to their hand. Union Hanger being one of the most critical parts for the ABC strategy. They will now activate that Union Hanger, and with that effect, they'll add an ABC part from their deck to their hand. Monster of choice is going to be a B-Buster Drake. With B-Buster Drake, it's a 1-card combo. I'm sorry, with Union Hanger, it is a 1-card ABC Dragon Buster in Cyber Dragon Infinity. Let's see how that works, as B-Buster Drake is going to be normal summon, prompting the effect of Union Hanger. With that, they'll be able to equip not a B-Buster Drake, they'll be able to equip a Union Driver from their deck to the side of the field. So here comes that Union Driver. Union Driver's effect will now banish itself to be able to equip another B-Buster Drake. And now B-Buster Drake can unequip to special summon. Both B-Buster Drakes will be used for a link summon into a Union Hanger. That will trigger the effects of both B-Buster Drake to search Union monsters from the deck to the hand. So this is the really cool thing, that ABC does have a nice little 1-card combo. Being able to get into this combo is relatively easy. It only requires Union Hanger. I think it's really cool that the strategy has progressed post Eternity Code, and Union Driver has helped propel the strategy. This time around, it looks like both B-Buster Drakes are going to get Sea Crush Wyverns, which is letting me know, or should let everyone know as players, that they already have an A Assault Core in their hand. Using the effect of Union Carrier again, they are going to equip from their decks to their side of the field. They can equip a Photon Orbital, and I think that's exactly why they play that certain card. Photon Orbital can be sent from the field to the graveyard as an equip card to be able to special summon monsters to the side of the field. No, it looks like they have the Photon Orbital in hand, unfortunately. But nonetheless, they'll be able to use the effect of Photon Orbital, sending it to the graveyard to be able to add a Galaxy Soldier from the deck to the hand. They're going to discard the Sea Crush Wyvern to be able to special summon Galaxy Soldier to their side of the field. That's going to trigger the effect of Galaxy Soldier to add another copy. And now that Galaxy Soldier can discard the A Assault Core. And now both of those monsters can be used for an XE summon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Is there going to be a Nibiru check from Madolche? Cyber Dragon Nova is going to be left unchecked, which is going to allow them to special summon the Cyber Dragon Infinity. And with A, B, and C in the graveyard, they can banish all 3 of those monsters to be able to special summon to their side of the field an ABC Dragon Buster. So with 1 card, they were able to get a Union, they were able to get a Union Carrier, a Cyber Dragon Infinity, an ABC Dragon Buster, as well as have their Union Hanger to their side of the field. This is going really good for ABC. ABC's next move may be to set some back row or something, possibly even just pass their turn. No, they're going to use the effect of Cyber Dragon Infinity to equip the Union Carrier to the Infinity. That's going to give that Cyber Dragon Infinity a little bit of extra attack. And it's going to be the end of their turn. Madolche is going to be looking at 2 disruptions, potentially more, depending on if ABC has hand traps in their hand that can completely shut down Madolche's, and we could be looking at a game 3. Madolche is going to draw their card. They're going to open up with Dark Ruler no more. The sideboard is too strong, ladies and gentlemen. While Madolche won't be able to go for game this time around, they do have the Madolche Peninsula. They'll special summon the Madolche Peninsula to their side of the field and use both of those monsters for an XE summon into the Glass Souffle. Souffle will activate to basically do nothing, as the monster will be used for an XE summon into the Chaklala mode. Chaklala mode will return the Pudding Cess and then detach the Glass Souffle to be able to special summon Madolche Hoot Cake from the deck to the side of the field. No, it looks like they're going to special summon Madolche Angeli. I misspoke. That is not the combo. You do want to summon Angeli. Angeli is going to summon the Hoot Cake. Hookake now to banish the glassy flame, but it's met by another Nibiru. Another Nibiru. This is crazy. It looks like Madolche can never pop off with their combo. As a Nibiru, the primal being will be used in response to that 5th summon. Now Madolche are going to lose their entire combo sequence, and while ABC in turn may lose a Cyber Dragon Infinity and ABC Dragon Buster, Madolche just might not be able to put a big enough board. Both players are going to be calculating that stat total for that Nibiru token. This card is just too strong, guys. The Nibiru just cannot be denied. So while we are here, if you guys want to see the Madolche deck profile, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can destroy that like button. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. Also, be sure to share this with a friend, as that Nibiru token, if not for anything, is 7,700 defense. Madolche does have the extender as they'll activate the Madolche Salon and then normal summon the Madolche to their side of the field. They'll gain the effect of Madolche to be able to add a Madolche monster from the decks to the hand. They're gonna have the Petting Sessor, but unfortunately, they can't summon the Petting Sessor to their side of the field. Madolche Chateau is going to shuffle in those Madolche monsters back into the deck, but that wasn't the problem to be able to special summon Petting Sessor. The problem was the Petting Sessor's effect was already used this current turn. The cool thing is that it will allow them to use Madolche Salon to be able to set a Promenade to their side of the field. And Madolche is going in with all types of disrespect, just normal summoning the Madolche Madolche, setting a Promenade, no other cards to go with. They're going to ride on this 7,700 defense Nibiru. So that looks like it's more than likely going to be the end of Madolche's turn. Unfortunately, Madolche is only 1,900 attack. She's not getting over much of anything. They're going to go ahead and pass their turn right to ABC. It's going to be exciting to see what ABC has in store for us. As we proceed into the main phase with ABC, they did lose their ABC Dragon Buster, and I feel that if ABC didn't have that Dragon Buster, this game would be a lot better. Like seriously, Yu-Gi-Oh would be a lot better with an ABC Dragon Buster. You gotta post down below in the comment section, free to homie ABC Dragon Buster, if that's what you about. Sea Crush Wyvern is going to be normal summoned to the side of the field, prompting the effect of a Union Hanger. They'll equip a Union Driver to the Sea Crush Wyvern, using the effect to potentially equip a B to a C. ABC is fishing for the perfect card to equip to the Sea Crush Wyvern. Keep in mind that monster can be special summoned to the side of the field. So they are going to equip B-Buster Drake to a Sea Crush Wyvern. They can use the B to summon itself, and now they at least have some link food. Their biggest concern right now is getting over this Nibiru token, but more importantly, they also have to play around with Madolche Promenade. So 7,700 attack is a lot to get over until you realize that you are playing ABC, a deck that, while is missing the other copies of ABC Dragon Buster, still has the link functions of the strategy to be able to just quickly get rid of cards. They're going to use both C and B, desperately wanting to get rid of this huge Nibiru on their side of on the Madolche side of the field. They're going to go ahead and make Nightmare Phoenix. The effect of Nightmare Phoenix will activate. They'll discard a Cock-a-doodle-doo to the graveyard, and they'll also chain link to the Sea Crush Wyvern, targeting the face down card. Unfortunately for ABC, the effects of Madolche Promenade doesn't need to be directly responded to a particular card, so Promenade is going to bounce that Madolche Madolche to negate the Nightmare Phoenix and also set up with the effect of Madolche Salon. Now Salon will set a spell or trap card from the deck to the side of the field. It's going to set a Madolche ticket, and it looks like Madolche is getting all types of disrespectful. The Sea Crush Wyvern will be able to special summon a Link monster or a Union monster from the deck to the side of the field, and the B-Buster Drake can also search a monster from the deck to the hand. One quick ruling I want to give to you guys is if you don't have an original monster in the hand that is Union, you cannot use the effect of Sea Crush Wyvern, even if you are adding a Union monster from your deck to your hand. So as you can see, they're going to add a Sea Crush Wyvern and then resolve the effect of C to special summon Sea Crush Wyvern, but they originally have a Union monster in the hand, using both the Nightmare Phoenix and the Sea Crush Wyvern for a link into their Nightmare Unicorn. Desperately looking to get rid of that token, they're going to discard a card from their hand to spin that token back to where it came from. And the card is going to be an 8 Assault Core. That is more than enough verification that they originally had a Union monster. Now, the cool thing about this, or the weird thing about this, is that I feel that it should have been the other way around. Madolche, or ABC, should have actually special summoned the A Assault Core and kept the Sea Crush Wyvern into the hand. That way they could have gotten another Union monster. Regardless, the problem with this particular sequence is that ABC does not have ABC Dragon Buster, which is limited to 1 again on the Forbidden List. I hate to remind you guys, but this actually would have been game had they have had the card. Linking off both the Nightmare Unicorn and the Nibiru, they're going to make a 2-negate Apollosa the Bow Goddess. They know that Madolche has the ability to break a Nibiru Nightmare Unicorn easily, and they also know with the monster with Search in the Petting Sensor, it's not stronger than an Apollosa. So yeah, it's going to put Madolche in a pretty weird situation. They'll use the effect of Madolche Salon to gain the normal summon of a Madolche Matolche. I don't think that ABC is going to bite. They might not negate that. They already know that Madolche has everything that they want. No, it looks like they are going to negate that. They're going to reduce the attack of Apollosa the Go Goddess to 800. And now Madolche is just going to attack with the Madolche Mageline. I mean, I guess actually now that you think about it, it does make sense to negate it. Because if you don't, then, you know, you're just going to get it attacked over anyways. The Mageline's 19. Madolche is going to special summon the Petting Sensor to their side of the field. But no, it looks like that they're not. The ABC is going to allow them to retract that play. For them to activate a Madolche ticket and then special summon the Petting Sensor, I guess that doesn't really mean anything if they just special summon a Petting Sensor. Ticket does not trigger, but maybe it's just an OCD. But yeah, they're going to activate and summon the effect of Petting Sensor. Or they're going to activate the effect of Petting Sensor as they special summon it, using its ability to special summon a Madolche monster from the deck to the side of the field with a reduced level. They're going to special summon that Madolche Pudding Cess, and their big target right now is probably to get rid of that Union hanger. If they do, they can put themselves in a really good spot. Even if ABC did have a Union monster in their hand, both Pudding Cess and Petting Sensor will be used into a Glass Souffle to detach that Petting Sensor, and then they'll be able to exceed summon right into the Chocolate Alamo. Chocolate Alamo to be able to target the Petting Sensor, and then detach the Glass Souffle to be able to special summon a monster from the deck to the side of the field. That's going to be the Madolche Angeli. Angeli can now tribute herself to special summon Madolche Hoot Cake from the deck to the side of the field. Now, here's where we're actually going to have slight confusion. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, Madolches will still be able to resolve these effects. They're using the effect of Madolche Salon and Madolche Ticket. Unfortunately, there was no monster added from the graveyard or shuffled into the deck, no Madolche monster. But again, if they make a tiramisu, it really does not matter. You know they're going to try to shuffle in that Union hanger. So the Hoot Cake and the Messengelado will be valid monsters that would be on the side of the field currently, meaning that Madolche Messengelado will add another Chateau from the deck to the hand, and they still actually do have the ability to make that tiramisu through Messengelado in the Mageline in the furthest left column, which would then still trigger the effect of both Salon and Ticket to be able to special summon and set a Madolche monster and spell or trap card respectively to their side of the field. Maybe just showing the opponent what exactly they can do, getting ahead of themselves. They're actually going to go ahead and link off the Madolche Hoot Cake and the Messengelado into the Madolche Fresh to start. Keep in mind, they still do have Chateau in their hand, so that's still recoverable. Right now, they're just going to go ahead and flex with the Madolche Queen Tiramisu. There you go. That's going to shuffle in the correct targets to bounce the Union hanger, and that's still going to be exactly what they want. Madolche did do the sequence just a little bit differently, maybe just going through it fast enough to show that ABC that they have enough damage. Both players are already agreeing that this game just might be over, and them just showing that, hey man, if I don't have enough damage, I have the ability to stop your plays. I can get over your Madolche hanger. I have a Promenade face down. And again, all that was, while not the order was legal, all of the entire play was legal. So they're going to pass it back to ABC, and they're going to have a Promenade face down, and we already know that ABC is drawing on some of their last cards, Union Hanger, off their field. ABC is really looking for a way into this, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a way. They're going to offer their hand. I do apologize for the non-fluid gameplay. We're going to look to bring that to you guys in the future. As my judges and we have went over it, it wasn't too much to actually detract from the game, but nonetheless, I have to commentate my way through it. So thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys are enjoying the YCS lockdown. Comment down below which decks do you think will advance to the next round, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day like I am.